Welcome back. My daughter received a mirror for her bedroom for her birthday. And it has an option to either wall mount it or put it on like a table stand. She decided to wall mount it, which I helped her do. And that left these little brackets that were originally white, and I've painted them black. And I was gonna throw them away, and I thought, these might be perfect for the Jeep. And let me show you how. So you might recall in the video where we were organizing the rear of the Jeep, we had this Goal Zero back there kind of sitting on a metal shelf above the wheel well. And I wanted to find some way to secure it to that metal shelf so that as we're going off-road, we won't have problems with it rattling around. I've been using bungees for a while, and the weight of this it's too strong for a bungee cord. So these little brackets that my daughter got with her mirror might actually turn out to be perfect. When we look at the bolts that are on the side here, if I were to line something up like this, imagine taking and securing the bottom to the metal table, you can actually see there's already a hole that's in the perfect spot. Now I'd need to drill another hole here, but if these can support the weight of this as it's going off-road, it won't be too hard to put some bolts into this and have a great little bracket solution. I mean, look how perfect that is. I mean, the height is literally the exact height of the unit itself. I don't think I could have asked for a better bracket. Do you? I'm pretty excited about this. Let's see if we can work on getting it installed. Now, the first thing we have to do is find out if these are even strong enough to support weight. So I'm gonna remove them. This is a 6/32 Allen. And I'm gonna remove this. That's a very small bolt. Look at that. See that? Let's see if I can focus in on that. It's not a very deep bolt. Just a little screw, and it's going into some plastic here. I wonder how strong that is, and if it's strong enough. Well, I think we'll definitely need to get something longer, but it still has a pretty decent amount of teeth in it. It might work well. I'm just gonna quickly test the bottom one here, since the hole's already lined up, to see if that even gets there. I mean, it just barely reaches. In fact, it doesn't reach enough. Between the inset that this has and the thickness of this metal, I definitely am gonna need a longer screw in order to secure that the right way. It looks like we're gonna have to take these little screws to the hardware store and see if we can't find something that's about the same but a little bit longer. Although, with all the organization I have here, all the different bolts, I might be able to find something in my organization. Let's start here first. Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. Now that's just with a single one in there. I could drill another hole here, line up and drill another hole in the metal, but a single one might actually be sufficient. What I want to do next is I want to mark where these mounting holes are going to go into the metal on the back of the Jeep. Silver Sharpie should be perfect for that. All right, that's all marked. So Now we just have to drill out some holes. It's an existing hole there. Could take advantage of that. I wonder if we could reposition this in a way that instead of having to drill, we could use the existing holes. Let's see if we could do that. So, even if we were to line up one of those existing holes, we'd still have to drill another one there and 2 more over here. So, I think I'd prefer to, and look at how far forward that puts this. I think I prefer to protect it a little bit more, put it back where we had it marked. So, there we go. Drill 4 holes for our brackets, and then we might be set. All right, so just finished drilling the holes. Now, I'm gonna put a little bit of our Rust Reformer paint spray over the holes just to make sure that nothing rusts. Oh, that is potent. All right, now I get a heat gun and we'll just dry up the paint. All right, next, simply put the, find the holes and run the bolts up through the bottom of them, like that. And then put this in place. There's a little bit of wiggle room here, which is nice. Need a little bit of forgiveness when it comes to making sure that the holes are perfectly lined up. I'm also not going to tighten it all the way until I've got all 4 of these put in. But so far, I'm actually really pleased with how this is turning out. Again, how lucky am I that this little bracket just happened to be the exact perfect size, rounded edges and everything. It's like, well, it couldn't have been more perfect. All right, go get the other side, and then we can tighten it down. To reach underneath here. This is probably the trickier, harder part here. Is trying to get these last couple bolts in. All right, I loosened the bolts holding the hard top on, which also hold on this little shelf system. And that enabled me to lift up enough on this to get it off and get this screw in. Now I just gotta get the nut in place, which is not cooperating. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now I can tighten these back down where they need to be, and then I can do the 4 bolts, and we'll be done with this project. This is a nice, easy one. So what do you think of this little solution I've got here? You know, obviously it requires having this little table on here, which I've got a separate video. I'll put a link in the description of that video on how I installed those, and I actually really like them a lot. It's been a nice organization for the rear of the Jeep here. And there's not a lot of rear organization things like this for the JK. There's a couple, there's not. Even for the JL and TJs and things like that, there's not. So this has been a really great little table. I really enjoy it, and that's why I have 2, one on each side. And now to have this in place where I can have my battery just kind of securely mounted, I'm pretty happy with this. What do you think? What do you think of my little battery securing solution? Do you think it works? Would you do it? Put your thoughts in the comments below. I'm gonna get a wrench and tighten these 4 bolts up, and then give you a look at how it turned out in the final project. Well, all done. secured nicely to the rack, and a great use of space. My Step 22 tech pouch has all my chargers and electronic devices all in there, so that'll be perfect to accompany that that battery, and it fits perfectly right back there. Look at that. Literally, it's like it was made to be there. I like it. I like it a lot. I can't wait to try this out on my next camping trip. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm sure we'll make a video about it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and click that little bell so you can get notified when new videos come out. Thanks again for following along. See ya.